I have a potential new fave from the Booker long list, so let's talk about it. Hello, book friends. It's Alyssa. Welcome back. Hello, if you are new. We are going through the Booker long list, and I have a potential fight, a battle for the top spot on my Booker long list ranking. I recently finished Pearl by Sheehan Hughes. Sheehan Hughes.
Pearl by Sean Hughes.
I'm not good at names. I feel like this is a book that's really going to divide us here in the people reading the Booker community because I absolutely love this. And a lot of my friends who've been reading along, we've all been reading along together. They were kind of happy in the beginning and then felt it got messy as it went through. And I really think that the mess was intentional and purposeful and had a point, and I absolutely love it. And I am so happy about this pick because I never would have heard about this book if it wasn't for the Booker. And this is why I like prize lists. It's not because I really, in general, care at all about who wins a prize. I like finding books I otherwise would never have heard of, and Pearl is one of them. Pearl follows Marianne, who, when she's 8 years old, her mother like walks out and never returns. She goes missing, presumed dead, presumed drowned nearby. They kind of live in the country. She's got a younger brother and she has her dad. And the beginning part of this story is really her trying to sort out her early memories of her mother going missing and her childhood and what exactly may or may not have happened. There are some beautiful sections of the story where she talks about her memory and how she has this guilt around not remembering the day her mom left, and almost like if she could just remember, maybe she would have more answers. You don't know that any given day is going to be a day that's going to change the course of your life. So why would you start holding on to those really important memories if you don't have a trigger or a reason to do it, right? So there's a lot of discussion of grief and loss. And I really do think the Booker judges have some mommy issues this year between the International Booker and this, and the amount of dead moms or just like bad moms and things like that is being covered in these books. The moms that just leave and go back to other places. I have questions. I think they might need some therapy, but that is a different conversation. The second part of this book, Mary Ann is kind of growing up. She is finding out more about her mom through different relationships that she has as a teenager. You're seeing the repercussions of her grief and the things that she is going through mentally and physically as a result of losing her mom and at such a young age, and kind of under this suspicious circumstances because it was there an accident or was it misadventure? Did she unalive herself? There's so much speculation. She has a parent who is really trying, but also like, how do you parent your two young children while grieving, while holding down a job, while trying to do all the things? Like, you're a single dad. He doesn't bring anybody else into the picture. And this is all told through her perspective. So it doesn't seem like he does much to help her, but do we know if that's true or not? I don't know, because we already know from the beginning part that she's not the most reliable narrator of the history, like of the past, because she has sort of pockets and holes in her memories. But as she's a teenager, she does learn more, and like a big secret of her parents that does then add more color and reasoning and understanding into maybe why her mom left that day and what had occurred. And then as she continues to grow up, she has these moments and in her life where she starts to learn more about her own mother through growing up. She meets a group of pagans, and she starts to connect the things that the pagans that she's met are doing, and these like rituals and things with things that her mom was doing, and it's giving her information about maybe who her mother was that she couldn't comprehend in the first 8 years of her life because she didn't have context for it. These were just things her mom did. She didn't realize they were maybe part of a bigger thing until she got exposed to it. As she continues to grow up, she eventually becomes a mother herself, and through becoming a mother herself, she learns even more about her mom and understanding her mom and understanding who she was and her motivations and her fears and all of that. And even through all of these life events that open the door and peel back layers so that she can understand her mother, there is the sense that she will never fully understand her. And I think that that is such an fundamental thing for all of us, is you will never truly understand your parent. There's a whole life that was lived before you. There's a whole inner life that maybe is not shared with you because it's not appropriate in that role, or it just isn't something they share. And so there's this idea of never fully understanding your parent. But when you lose your parent, that longing to understand them is heightened so much that it sort of affects the way you view your world, the way that you sort of consume information so that you can like put the dots together and figure them out. I thought this was lyrical and beautiful, and I loved it. And I don't know if this goes one or two, if it's Old God's Time or if it's this, because I think these were both fantastic. These are both Alyssa kinds of books. They're both Irish writers. I maybe I have a thing for Ireland. I don't know. We're gonna balance this out later because there's some other Irish books on this list that just don't slap, in my opinion. But I loved Pearl. I know that this is gonna be a book that some people just don't get on with, but I feel like there are people that are going to read it like I read it, and they're just going to be like absolutely in love with it. I can't wait to hear everybody's comments down below because I just feel like there's going to be a great discussion about it. And yeah, I hope that you enjoyed it. If you didn't, I am not, I get it. I think that it's not for everybody, but it is so for me. And I think if you've lost a parent, or if you have sort of a distant relationship with a parent that you really want to have a relationship with, I feel like you're going to read it from a different perspective, and it's going to hit so much differently than maybe for somebody else. This is one of those books where like your life going into the story is so going to color how you receive the novel, I think. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's how I feel. Anyway, how's Booker going? Did you read Pearl? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Tell me down below. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video, whatever it may be, because it's my channel and I can do whatever I want. Bye.